Hey guys, welcome back. Today's exciting because I'm going to be jumping Archie for the first time in like 5 or 6 months, and I'm very excited. But I just walked to the letterbox and I have a package from Stirrups Equestrian. They're having a closing down sale and I picked up a very exciting show jacket, which I think is stunning, but I haven't seen it in the flesh yet and I also haven't tried it on, so hopefully it fits. My jacket arrived. I don't know, I'm scared. Oh my gosh. Look at the sparkles. This is very fancy. No, I don't want you to watch.
Okay. Okay, well.
Because what if it doesn't fit? Surely it will fit. Oh, it fits. Yeah. It fits perfectly.
I don't think sitting down is a good one.
Well, the camera angle.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's good. It's beautiful.
But imagine white joddies,
Yeah.
black boots,
Yeah.
black helmet with silver.
Yeah. It's nice.
I like it. See, that was a good impulsive purchase, wasn't it?
impulsive. We talked
And
about it a lot.
look, going over the jump, you
Yeah.
can got
Nice.
stretch. Wow, that's amazing. What a good impulsive purchase.
Those really scare me. Ah.
He's so cute. I've just ridden Splash. I took him for a hack down the road. He was really good, which I'm super happy about. But guys, there is a strange car coming. I don't know who it is. Help! Guys, my social anxiety right now. Hi. Good, thanks. Yeah, she's inside. Guys, strange danger. Also, I look like a dick. I'm carrying a camera and my tripod because I'm just about to go set up the arena and I have no idea who that was. Help! Anywho, we shall just carry on. Archie's been going really well, which I'm just so happy about, and I have some plans lined up. So because of that and because of how he's feeling, I thought it would be a good time to start adding some more technical things in. I mean not like super technical, but just a little bit more technical. So I'm going to clear the arena because it's got a lot of stuff in it from some stuff that Mum's been doing. But I've got some risen trotting poles and I'm going to put up some canter poles, just 2 of them about 3 strides apart, to help me get my eye back in before we start jumping, and also to help with Archie's like rideability. And also it's just good to introduce poles slowly to him because he can get very excited. Guys, person is back. I need to set up the arena. Oh, I think he's the hay man. Man, he's gonna think I'm so weird. Hey, drop it.
Myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. This really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come 1 in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today.
Yeah, I got that fast order. Patrick, let's go to the pool.
Finish on a good note.
I'm happy with it.
Good. I'd be happy with that too.
If you couldn't tell by this drastic season change, it's a week or two later, but I just wanted to talk about some things quickly before I end off this video. First being that the reason it's taken me a bit longer to get this video out is because I've been struggling a bit with my body image, and as a result of that I've kind of been hiding and avoiding looking at the footage of my riding, and that also ties into the fact that I feel really annoyed at myself because my riding ability is not where it was before I took time off. And obviously I know realistically like bodies change and your riding ability and strength also changes when you have time off, but it's just really hard to kind of like see a backwards progression, and so that's kind of why I haven't really posted on YouTube as much. Also, if you're wondering why I'm just walking around, I am actually doing the fencing because there was a few bits where wire was down. But as I was saying, my sort of unrealistic expectations for the fact that I have taken like 6 months off riding, and the expectations being that I should be back where I was in both strength and fitness, has meant that I've been really negative on myself, and I've kind of tried to hide where my riding is at. But obviously you guys know kind of what I stand for and like what I want my channel to be, so I'm just gonna suck it up and actually practice like accepting that it's okay to take steps backwards, especially if it's in the best interest within your own health. I am probably at the healthiest I've ever been in my life, both physically and mentally, with a whole range of different things, and it would be really unfair for me to kind of expect to be able to maintain a body type that wasn't conducive to the lifestyle I wanted to live, or equally a body that is how it looked in my teenage years. Because I think another thing that doesn't get talked about in the equestrian world is the fact that not only is there pressure not to grow as a kid because you want to stay on ponies as long as possible, but there's also pressure to maintain a particular body shape, and it's not really talked about, but it's kind of always there within like the media. Whether you look at like fashion or you look at like the top riders, there's kind of like, I don't know, a body type that is just presented as like the rider body type, and anyone who doesn't fit into that mold is kind of like looked down on or shamed. And I see that a lot on TikTok when people are commenting negative things on people's body shapes. Really unfair because people can't actually control what body shape they are going to live with for their life, because that's down to genetics. However, I do stand by that you need to be within like the 20% rule with your horse's weight carrying capacity, so I do understand it from that aspect. But I think just in general there's just a negative connotation within the equestrian world and society about gaining weight. But if that weight being gained means that you are at a healthier point both mentally and physically, I think people should be more understanding and should celebrate the fact that people are actually putting themselves first and nourishing not only their physical self but also their emotional self. I don't know, bro, but that is a ramble for another day. Hang on, I wrote things down because I knew I was not going to be able to remember them all. So basically my points that I wanted to make was that I am disappointed at where I'm at with my riding. However, I'm trying to reframe it in my head that this is where I'm starting at, this is not the end point. So at the end of the year my riding is going to look completely different, and so is Archie and Splash's being, you know, like this is just a starting point. You don't need to be jumping 1.50 m as soon as you get back on your horse after you've had like 6 months off. It's just not realistic. And obviously, like, I'm doing the Glow Up Diaries, so it's probably a really good time to be bringing them back into work and showing like the actual reality of the sport, where you do have to work your way through at sometimes painstakingly slow rates. But I thought Archie did really well with his jumping. I was really pleased with it. The jump we finished on was about like 80 centimeters, which obviously is not big, but equally at the same time it's a great starting point. And if that's where we're starting, imagine where we can end up later on. It's Mr. Archie. Hello. Hello. You ready to go back to bed? Yeah? You ready to go back to bed? Get your halter? Or did I just get a lead rope? So if that's where we're starting, I think that's a great place to begin with, and gives me a lot of hope for where we'll get to in a few months' time. But this brings me to my other point, which is from my ride I've kind of realised that although he might be feeling good in terms of like suppleness just like through his body, there's no point having that if you don't actually have the fitness or the stamina to be able to make it around a course. So that is going to be our top goal moving forward. I'm going to try and get him fit, which means taking him into the cross country paddock and using that as a fitness track, which he can find very exciting and exuberant. That is my loose plan. I'm thinking maybe like a riding week in the life could be fun, so let me know if you want to see that, and if you don't want to see that, also let me know, because I don't want to make things that you don't want to see. And then once we've got the fitness up and going, I'm hoping to get him out to some arena hires and back to lessons with my coach, because we need a lot of fitness, both of us. That's my ramble. I hope you've enjoyed. Sorry it's been so long. Sorry it was kind of boring, but I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video very soon, which I'm currently filming today and have been for the past week or so. But with that, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video very soon.